What's up, guys? It's Christian. Welcome back to my channel. And as always, we like to go through some walkthroughs of horror games. But today I thought I'd also take the opportunity to answer some new questions about my new project premiering on Netflix in a couple days known as Turn Off the Flash. So as of right now, all we've released was the first 2 minutes. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you check it out. And as always, our video is sponsored by Outplayed, which also has a link in the description if you want to check that out. So let's go ahead and get right into it and start answering some questions. So let's go hard survival. Let's load into the game. Okay, so we're on a plane, a little book, some food, a kid. Oh, skip by accident. Well, so we're just gonna have to find out the hard way what happens. What happened, yo? Food? So as soon as we get off this plane, I'll get into you guys' questions. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the first question already. So, what does that say? Richard Quintana 1707 asked, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? So my production skills developed throughout this project, and I think in a bunch of different ways. I mean, I'd say about, like 5 months ago, I had zero idea or zero knowledge on anything that had to do with, like making a film or anything that goes around making a film, such as, any knowledge on shots, angles, editing, mise-en-scène, no knowledge on that. And, I think after having learned a lot about angles and, camera, like different shots and different types of editing, different techniques you could use, things like that, I think that my production skills have become a lot better. And some examples that you can see in our movie as, you know, I'd say one of the things that I was kind of weak in earlier in the year was editing. And as fortunate as I am, I was able to have a very good, very well-versed editor in my group, and she taught me I don't want to say ins and outs, but she made me pretty well versed in QCut Pro. Or sorry, just QCut. She is a subscriber to QCut Pro, so I was able to use that version as well. But through QCut Pro, I was able to add a lot, or not add, but I was able to learn how to. What is this? What is that? So, like I was saying, with QCut Pro, I was able to learn a lot of different things that I didn't know you could do to add to videos. Like, for example, in our movie, we have it's like sort of a found footage type of thing. So the whole movie you're watching a YouTuber's perspective of his camera and the last footage that he has on it. So we want to make it feel like, lost footage that somebody would find in the forest. So throughout we would use different transitions that relied on glitching as well as filters that we put over the movie that allowed the movie to look glitchy and lost and things such as that. And we are able to include some new transitions on our last round of post production. And my personal favorite is the last transition shown in the movie, in which, you know, we're seeing the fates of the two intro characters be decided, and it goes from you seeing the static of the video, after the found footage gets cut off, and we used a visual match and from the found footage into the girl who's not finding the found footage's phone. And we thought that was a pretty sick thing to do, and we enjoyed learning how to do it. And along with her teaching me how to do it, I would also use some YouTube channels that allowed me to get pretty good. And I don't want to say good because I don't want to have an ego or nothing like that, but I think I became pretty educated and I definitely sharpened up my skills a little bit. So along with that, I would say that my skills also got better in my role, which was cinematography, because as I said throughout, in the beginning of the class, I had no knowledge on shots and angles, nothing like that. And so my skills were very limited. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, what's happening? Oh. And so, after a while of taking notes, watching some Studio Binder YouTube channel, as well as our teacher lecturing us, I was able to learn a lot about shots and angles and apply it to my movie. So like I said before, we wanted to have a found footage sort of feel. So I was able to use my knowledge of shots, and I decided that it would be a good idea for us to use a lot of POV handheld shots, almost as if the YouTuber will be vlogging like this. And so it gives it a feeling of you're watching a YouTube video, you're watching horror YouTubers explore abandoned forest, and we thought that was a pretty cool idea to use. So along with that, we also used some more POV shots, but instead of using from the vlog POV, I decided it'd be a good idea as well to use POV shots and use a frame within a frame of branches to give the audience the feeling that you're watching the YouTubers and that they don't know you're watching them. And so it tells you that there's people in the forest besides those YouTubers and that they're in immediate danger. And so that's just some of the many ways that I think my production skills developed throughout the project.